Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my August update for the Deco Panning project pan that was created by the dear Emily here on YouTube from Emily and Max. I will have her channel linked down below. You guys know I love Emily. She is truly one of my favorites, as well as this project is one of my favorites that I've ever been a part of. I will have all of my other project pans that I'm currently participating linked below in case you're interested in catching up on more panning content from me. But if this is your first time catching a Deco Panning project pan video, I highly recommend checking out Emily's introduction video. This project was inspired by a TBR or To Be Read like booktuber game, and it's really fun, but there's a lot of moving pieces. So if this is your first time, go check out Emily's intro. I do not have exciting progress. I don't have any products I'll be rolling out, but you guys know no matter what, whether or not I have a product to roll out, I roll at least one product in as a punishment to myself for not achieving my goals. I kind of am feeling like a little bit daring and kind of feel like rolling in 2 products today, even though like I'm clearly not being successful at all in this project. But if you're interested in my progress, stay tuned. First, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project panning content or just chit-chatting about makeup, I would love if you'd consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's jump into the video. It's later in the day and my makeup is probably like all but worn off at this point in time. I didn't have like a ton of makeup on today regardless, but I still wanted to film because I'm trying to get back on track with my filming. Okay, where to begin? Speaking of getting back on track, I'm trying to like get back on track of like doing my makeup every day to actually get use out of my makeup collection and products. I'm gonna go in order that I rolled these products in. So we're gonna begin with a product that has been in since the introduction, which was January 20th, and it is my Glossier Cloud Paint in the shade Beam. I'm not exactly sure, so this has been in multiple products. This has been in multiple projects, so I'm not exactly sure which line marking was when I rolled this in, but when I rolled this in, this weighed 10 grams. It weighed 9 grams last update, and it still weighs 9 grams today. And I maybe could make another line marking, like right here, like maybe. I do have this on my cheeks today actually, and I rolled this in for the prompt something, or to spotlight a project panner. And I rolled this in to spotlight Kelly Gooch, who was working on this in her rolling project 10 pan. I don't know if she still is, like I don't feel like she is. And I feel like I had given myself a goal to get below the G here. That's not happening. And I have so many other blushes currently in my collection that I am gonna work on this for 1 more month, because I do think I can get some good use out of this the last couple weeks of August here. It's a really beautiful kind of summer shade, like a shade that I enjoy reaching for in the summertime. I love this formula. You just need like the smallest amount though to like get the effect that I want on the cheeks. So the progress has just been very, very minimal with this one. And so no matter what, next update, I'm going to be rolling this out because I've been working on this for a hot minute, and come fall, I'll be ready for like, it'll just be time to rotate through some different liquid blushes in my collection. This next product has been in since the introduction as well, and this should really be gone. This should have been gone a long time ago. So this is the Bite Beauty French Press Lip Gloss in the shade Flat White. I rolled this in for the prompt something a friend is panning. Rebecca Morgan rolled this in to the introduction of her rolling project pan for the year. She has since finished hers. I don't feel like I'm even close. So I've actually gone through a full tube of the Bite Beauty French Press Lip Gloss in Flat White, and I really loved it back in the day, but now it is just like a way more opaque than I remember it being, and it's like super pale. Like I do really like it at times, but like I don't know, it's just not something that I like reapply throughout the day, because I feel like when I apply this I need to be certain I have like a mirror right in front of me. It's not like a lip gloss I can just willy-nilly apply, because sometimes it makes me look like a skeleton. So there's that. When I rolled this in, this weighed 30 grams. And it weighed 29 grams up the last update, so weighs 29 grams today. I maybe reached this 4 times, like for 4 uses, not even like reapplications since the last update. This literally needs to be an empty by the end of the year, because this is old as well. Like I purchased this on sale when these were getting discontinued, before Bite Beauty was even getting discontinued, or before Bite Beauty was like going out of business. Like this is old, and Bite Beauty like is like a brand made with products that like you can eat, so like I feel like their products go bad more quickly. Maybe I'm just like making that up in my head, but regardless, I need to finish this off. This next product has also been in since the introduction. And when I rolled this in and gave myself a goal of finishing this off, I knew it was like a long haul, like stretch goal. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I rolled this in for the prompt, a glowy product. And when I rolled this in, it weighed 133 grams. However, the lid had not yet broken off yet. A luxury product, and this is like what mine's looking like. Pretty much all of the lettering on this has worn off and my cap broke, but it is what it is. So this weighed 133 grams like I said, and then the cap broke off and it weighed 126 grams after the cap broke off. It weighed 124 grams last update and it still weighs 124 grams today. I gave myself a goal of finishing this off, knowing it would likely take me till close to the end of the year. I've used this so much. I use this all over my face. I've used this so much as a highlight. I swear I've used this as like a body highlight as well. And still it just feels like the progress is so minimal. Even like looking in here, I'm like, where am I? If I were to guess, I would say I still have about half of this left. You can see the windowing up top here. Yay! But if I were to guess, like, maybe even 2/3. Like, this is where it feels like the product is settling. If I were to guess. I don't think I'm going to be successful in my goal to finish this by the end of the year, but I'm not going to change my goal on this one. We're going to keep chugging along. All right, this next product has been in since April. I have my blinds open and the sun is like going in and out of the clouds. I just like don't feel like closing my blinds. So if I get like lighter and brighter and then like the sun goes behind a cloud, I do apologize, but I'd rather have the sun shining than put my blind down. So this next product is the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Wand in the shade Peachgasm. I thought I would have this product finished up like 2 years ago, for sure last year. I think I had this, can't remember specifically what project this was in, but like I thought for sure that I was gonna finish this last year. Still haven't finished this. This is my goal. I am right about here. This is a product that, due to the packaging, I feel like right away you're like, oh my gosh, there's like no product in this. Like I'm gonna be out of this. This is gonna be an empty right away. And then like you get to the bottom here and like the product is never ending. So when I rolled this in, this weighed 14 grams. It weighed 13 grams at the last update. It still weighs 13 grams today. I believe I rolled this in for the prompt, your largest makeup category. And for me, that is my blush. Is that what I rolled it in for? I think so. I'll pop the prompt on the screen regardless, but I believe that's what I rolled it in for. My goal is still to finish this. I was trying to use this as like a body highlight as well, but just like wasn't loving it for that. So I've been using it as a blush, but clearly just not enough. I need to get going on that. Next up, I have my Smashbox Cali Contour Kit. I rolled in the prompt to choose something a friend is panning again, and it was either that or to spotlight a panner again, and I decided to spotlight Emily, who is the creator of this project. It is really bright. Okay, I feel like I am gonna have to close my blind. Okay, hopefully that's a little bit better. So I either rolled in something a friend is panning or to spotlight a panner, and I chose Emily, and she was working on the Cali Contour Kit, specifically the contour shade in her whole collection project pan. So I decided to do that as well. I do not like to contour, and so I have been struggling to get use out of this. I did give myself a use goal on this product, and I gave myself a use goal of 20 total times. As of the last update, I was at 7 of the 20 uses, and I only reached for this an additional 2 times, putting me at 9 out of those 20 uses. I feel like it's gonna be a stretch for me to finish this by the end of the year, but maybe because my goal for like end of August, September is like really to like nail down my makeup routine again and start like getting into the habit of daily doing my makeup again. Maybe I'll have better progress on this then. Only time will tell. When I rolled this in, this weighed 177 grams. That was in April. Last update, it weighed 176 grams. It still weighs 176 grams. Regardless, I'm very happy to have a face palette that I'm working on. I've really enjoyed putting face palettes in my pans this year, or in my projects this year, to just get more use out of my face palette collection. I thought I saw a spider, but we're good. Okay, the next product definitely needs a wipe down. Do not judge me for how dirty this is. I believe I rolled this in for a liquid product, I believe. Again, I will post the prompts on the screen. I really should have them written down in front of me. But I chose the Tarte HydroFlex, the Tarte HydroFlex concealer, not concealer, foundation. So I rolled this in because this is a product I really wanted to finish off this year. It isn't my favorite foundation formula by any means, but I was already about halfway through this, so I wanted to finish it rather than like declutter it or anything like that. So when I rolled this in, I had about half of the product left. I rolled this in May, and this was weighing 46 grams in May. It weighed 45 grams in June, 44 grams last update in July, and this update it weighs 42 grams. I marked it at about here. It's kind of hard to tell where it's at, but I'm really excited that we've seen the most progress in terms of weight from last update to now. I reached for this quite a bit last month. Like most of the time when I was doing my makeup, I was reaching for this. I really enjoyed mixing this with my ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation. This, as well as the Tarte Maracuja oil, I really enjoy the way that they both mix with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation. Been trying to like unofficially pan that as well. I do believe I do need to continue to just work on this because this is like the perfect, just a better foundation for me like end of August rather than like the fall months. I don't think I'll love it as much. My goal still is going to be to finish this off. I do think it will take me till either like the second to last update or the last update to do so, but trying to use most of my projects to actually empty products. So that's still gonna be my goal there. Next up, I got a random color generator. This was in June. And the shade that I randomly generated was this like slate gray sort of color. So I decided to roll in the shade Slate from the ABH Sultry palette. And I only gave myself a 5-use goal just because gray eyeshadow is just not something that I typically reach for. But I was excited to put this palette into a project because it's one of my favorite, as well as one of my most used palettes in my collection. I have only reached for this 1 out of the 5 times. I was at 0 out of 5 last update. I reached for this 1 total time since the last update, meaning I still have 4 uses left in order to roll this out. I need to like actually just use this 4 times so that this can be a rollout next update, because we are up to 9 products in this project and I started with 5. I need to roll this out next update. I missed this one when we were when I was going in order of things that I rolled in, but this I rolled in May. Wow, I feel like I thought it was like in June, but this is the Auric Smoke Reflect in the shade Defiance. I rolled this in for the Prompt and Influencer collab or brand, and I gave myself a goal of reaching for this product 10 total times, but at least 5 of the times that I reached for this, I had to reach into the potted formula or like the cream formula. So as of the last update, I had reached for the cream formula twice. And the total product I had reached for 3 total times. I have reached for the cream product an additional 1 time, and I have reached for the top 2 total times. So my total use is 5. I still need to reach for the bottom part at least 2 more times in order to roll this out. I hope that makes sense, but I feel like it definitely did not. I still have 5 total uses to hit my 10 use goal. 2 of those 5 uses minimum, I have to be reaching into at least the cream shade, if not the cream, and the topper part. I hope that makes sense. Very exciting though. This was 61 grams when I rolled this in May. It was 61 grams last update, but it weighs 60 grams today. So I'm very excited about that. I'm curious to see if it's gonna look at all like I've used the product, just because I feel like I'm super light-handed specifically with the cream product. I feel like maybe when we look at progress photos, I don't know, maybe we'll see. We'll just see what the progress photos show. And then the last product I rolled in last update, I don't know why I did this to myself as I like sit here and reflect, but I rolled in another foundation, and I believe I rolled this in, I don't remember the prompt even. I'll pop it on the screen. I don't even remember the prompt. Shame on me. Maybe it was a foundation. I can't remember what prompt I rolled this in for. Regardless, this is my Rare Beauty. Gosh, that's gonna bother me. This is my Rare Beauty foundation. I have been unofficially trying to pan this for the full year. I wish I had marked this before I just made this product have disturbance. I think I'm like right about here. Like I don't feel like I have too much of this product left. This is way too light for me though, so I mix it with my darker foundations. I love this foundation. I think it mixes really, really well. This is something that I would love to purchase in a shade that matches me better once I finish this and once I work my way through maybe a few more foundations. But I'm still hopeful this will be an empty at some point this year before the finale of this project. It weighed 70 grams last update. It still weighs 70 grams today. So nothing is rolling out, but as a punishment to myself, I do always want to roll in at least one new product every single update, just because that's like the fun of the project as well. I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to just draw one card and put myself at like an even 10 products, but like a part of me is like itching to draw 2 cards just because, I don't know, I'm feeling like refreshed even though I have no progress, and I'm just feeling like motivated and like excited to work on more products. Should we just go for it and do 2? We're gonna do it. Okay, we're gonna do 2 cards, even though that'll put me at like 11. And I'm like, the only product I feel confident I could finish by next update or hit my goal on is like the ABH Sultry palette, maybe the Charlotte Tilbury wand. I did bridge shuffle these before turning the camera on to film, but there you see I shuffled it a few more times. If I pull the Joker, that represents a product in your collection you really, really, really don't want to pan, so I just don't want to get the Joker. Aside from that, I don't really know. We'll see what happens. Okay, we get the King of Diamonds. I don't think this is the prompt to add another product into the project. I hope it's not, but anyway. And then we get the 10 of Spades. Okay, I'm gonna grab my phone so I can pull up the game board and I will be right back. Okay, I am a wee bit nervous to pull up the game board. Like, am I gonna regret the decision to pull 2 cards in? Probably. There will also be a link to the game board in the description box down below in case you're interested in playing along yourself, whatever it might be, but here we go. So the King of Diamonds, was it? Yes, King of Diamonds is oldest product. Okay, that'll be okay. That's fine. And then the 10 of Spades is 10 of Spades, a highlight. Okay, not like the worst. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back, and that actually didn't take me too long. This is actually like kind of perfect. I'm like kind of excited about this. One of the products like I'm excited about because I'm excited about the thought of finishing the product, but I feel like, but I needed a project for this product specifically, and I don't feel like I would have rolled it into like a rolling project 10 pan. Like, I feel like I needed a prompt to pick this product for, if that makes any sense at all. And that is gonna be my oldest concealer in my collection, which is my RMS Beauty Uncover Up concealer. I already have a pan in this. This is something that I wanted to pan and finish last year, possibly even the year before that, like possibly. And then for sure this year as well, but I just don't feel like this adds much at all. I don't know why I'm swatching. Like, I don't know why I do that. Why do I swatch concealers? I don't feel like this adds a whole lot. Maybe it'll have a brightening effect underneath the eyes, but I don't feel like it has a lot of coverage. And sometimes I feel like this creases on me, so it's just not something I get super excited to reach for. However, I already have a pan in it. And when I work on a product so hard that I already have a pan in it, or like clearly it's gotten a ton of use, does anyone else have a harder time decluttering those products? Because it's like, I don't know, I feel like this maybe is silly rather than like a newer product that you declutter which you've barely used, and then like a product that you've clearly gotten a lot of use out of and don't like that much anymore, but like you can't get yourself to declutter it because you've already put so much effort into it. You want to like have the satisfaction of emptying it out. Does anyone get what I'm saying? All the panners out there, like, please let me know that I'm not alone in that. So this is a product I definitely feel like I needed a boost of motivation to actually cross the finish line and finish this up. I am gonna give myself a goal, hopefully, of finishing this up this year. I feel like I'm gonna regret that because I feel like there's still quite a bit of product actually in this product, but that's gonna be the goal. So for my oldest product, I chose the concealer category, and that's what we're working on. And then for the highlighter, this is so little, but I feel like I could end up regretting it, but I would love to count this in my empties at the end of the year and have a highlighter empty. This is from Illamasqua. It's the Beyond Liquid Highlighter. So there's 0.06 fluid ounces in this. barely anything at all, but it is very metallic. And I've used this a few times, but I feel like not like a significant amount, so I still feel like there's a good amount of product in there. Like, do you see how metallic that is? I do like to use it, like I feel like I could, one thing I could do, like if I really, this actually should be a gimme product, because if anything I could just like rub this into my legs and have like super metallic legs by the pool the last few days of summer here. But this is also really pretty if you do like the reverse foundation, where you lay the highlighter down and then go over top with like a tinted moisturizer or something like that. Can I even squeeze the product? Oh no, I did not mean to do that. I was gonna say, can I even squeeze the product to like make a line marking, but I really can't because this is pretty full. So I'm just like, I'm not even gonna put a line marking on here right now. If I did, it would be like right at the top here. I'm sure there's like an air bubble in here, but for the Prompt Eye highlighter, I'm choosing this one from Illamasqua. And after that, that is going to wrap up today's deco panning project pan video. I'm actually feeling excited because I feel like this could be rollout next update, and I do feel like I could roll this out next update. Do I think anything else could be? Probably. Oh, no matter what, I'll be rolling this out next update, no matter what. So hopefully we'll have 3 rollouts, because then like I could technically just choose to replace like 2 out of the 3. Like I definitely want to roll in at least 1 new product, but maybe if I had 3 rollouts, I would only roll on 2 new products, so we'd be at an even 10. You feel me? Regardless, that is going to wrap it up for today's video, today's update. I would love to know if you've recently finished anything off. Let a girl know in the comments below. Other than that, thank you so much for sticking around to watch today's video and for supporting my channel, as you guys always do. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.